Jesse.
Thank you. Take care.
Quick thoughts on the decision on the fight.
It was a good fight. It was full of action.
Did you think that Fundora was going to pull off, or Tszyu? Did you expect all that blood?
I didn't expect that much blood. Hey, what's up, guys? But I mean, it was an accidental elbow, right, in the first round.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate for Tszyu. He wasn't able to come out victorious with that blood just dripping down and affecting his vision. I think that has something to do with it. But overall, you can't take credit away from Fundora. He fought a good fight. He showed a lot of heart, a lot of intelligence, keeping his range, being a little smarter instead of just fighting in the mid-range like he normally does, right? He learned from his last fight against, what was this guy?
Mendoza.
Brian Mendoza, right?
Yeah.
That was him, yeah. So he learned that fight to keep his distance, keep that as an advantage. That's what he did this fight and came out victorious. Good for him. I'm happy for him. He's been working at it for a long time, and I'm glad that he was able to become world champion today.
What do you think of the Rolly Pitbull outcome? Did you expect that?
Let's see, we expected a knockout, right?
But from Isaac?
For me, I knew it was going to be a knockout win, whether Isaac or Rolly. Yeah.
Was there anything that Rolly could have done different in that fight, or was it people just too good?
He should have made Pitbull run into a punch. I think that should have been the key point from the beginning. That should have been his plan. He was holding him a lot, but overall it was just about kind of luring him into a punch. I think that's the only way we came out victorious.
How about Martinez? Cordova was running a lot, and he expected to win by the way he raised his hand. I saw a lot of people having a draw. How did you see that fight?
Tell you what, I didn't watch that fight. I was driving over here. Yeah, when that fight happened. I heard it was a great one, though. I heard it was a great one, so I'm glad that they give the fans a great fight.
Okay.
Does it make sense for Tszyu when Fundora running back, or do you think Fundora looks at a guy like Errol Spence?
I think that Fundora comes in with Errol Spence next. I think it's a fight that we all want to see, or we would all love to see. Fundora is a fan pleaser, so is Errol Spence. So that's a fight. Unless Errol Spence wants to, fight against somebody else. Someone like me, and let me know. How about that?
Thank you.
Magsayo, Mark, I know you're a good friend of Pitbull's. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, it's spectacular, and I'm so happy that he's a world champion right now.
What are some of the words that you told him before the fight? You were in the locker there with him?
I just told him that do his best and good luck.
When you saw him hurt Rollies, did you know that he had him at that moment?
Yeah, for sure. He's been training for that fight. So I know he's ready to fight, and Rollies can come to fight too.
Yeah. And what's something that people don't know about Pitbull that you know as a friend, as a close friend of Pitbull?
We don't talk too much about our language, but we understand about signs like that. But we're a good friend.
And he's the man right now. He's got a title right now at 140. What's a fight that you would like to see him fight against? Do you want to see in the rematch with?
Maybe Ryan Garcia 140 is a good fight, or Tank Davis. Rematch.
In that fight, obviously we know that he gave Tank Davis a fight that even Tank Davis said, I don't know if I want the rematch. Do you think Pitbull knocks out a guy like Ryan Garcia?
I think Pitbull and Tank Davis. I think if that rematch, if he wants to fight, Pitbull's always to fight. He's ready to fight.
And a fight with him and Ryan. How do you see that fight going?
If he didn't run Tank Garcia?
Pitbull, Cruz, and Ryan Garcia.
If Pitbull, Cruz, and Garcia, it's a great fight because they're both fighters. Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on Ryan Garcia going to social media? It's been a little.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
It's just being he's being promoting his fight. He's promoting the fight.
All right. And final message to the fans. I obviously supported you in your career.
Yeah.
Final message
to all my fans all over the world, and please support my upcoming fight, maybe May or June. See you at the fight.
Awesome. Thank you. Mark Magsayo, guys. Thank you. Thank you, champ. Thank you, guys.